Hey guys, Bluebridge here, and serious questions need to be asked about how Enzo Maresca is preparing his players for upcoming matches. So, yesterday in the press conference for our upcoming game against Wolves in the Carabao Cup, Enzo Maresca said something which was quite startling, and I'm going to quote it word for word. So what he said is, "I watched 9 Sunderland games before ours. They never started with a back 5, so I prepared to face a back 4. Then they start a back 5 against us. In the changing room, before the players go out for the warm-up, I need to tell the players, guys, all the Sunderland tactics I said to you go straight into the dustbin." That's not good. That's not a good an admonition as well. Basically, what he's saying is that he does not have any contingency plans. And for me, for a manager, that is not good enough. And plus, not all their games. He said he's watched every single game. There's a couple of games where they have reverted to 5 at the back with good effect in game. And even let's say that he's all his preparations were for 4 at the back, but he's faced teams who play 5 at the back. So even if that's the case, okay, it's not Sunderland, but it's the same sort of tactics that are employed with teams who play 5 at the back. So the thing is, he still hasn't mastered how to beat teams who play 5 at the back. Even if they're low block, mid block, pressing us, but for the 5 at the back formation, that's the one that is Achilles' heel, and a season and a half now he hasn't dealt with it. And something what was even more damning was something what Glasner said. I've mentioned it in a video last season, I think it was, where Glasner said, "I know how to play against Chelsea." And I don't think we've got a single victory over Crystal Palace since Glasner has taken the helm at the club. And so he's true. He doesn't know how to play against Chelsea because we never beat them when we played Palace. Palace was a team we used to beat every single season. We used to beat Crystal Palace. There was a little spell where they beat us a couple of times with Sam Allardyce, I think was their manager once, and with a couple of shock results. But apart from that, most of them were victories. But now we haven't beaten Palace in 4 matches, I think it is, 3 or 4 matches. And all of those have come under Enzo Maresca. And the thing for me is, as a good coach, as an elite coach, what you do, you plan for every single scenario. So I always remember when Jose Mourinho was our manager, and what stood out for the players was when he said, he can predict what a side we're going to do. He's saying that if this happens in game, then this is how their manager's going to react, and this is how I want you to react. Enzo Maresca, come on. Use your brains. Sunderland are coming to Stamford Bridge. Okay, they've always played 4, but they've seen that teams with 5 at the back get joy against us. So he should have said, you know what, I'm going to prepare you for 4, but if Sunderland switch to 5 at the back, this is how I want you to play. And so he's got to create solutions for this team. They're a young side, so they still need a lot of instructions. We haven't got Cole Palmer, who's a bit of a maverick, and so when you've got more experienced players, because that's why I know Mourinho, Conte, even Pep Guardiola like to players with a bit of experience, and they've always said that they want players who will be able to find solutions on the pitch if the tactics are not going to plan. And that's another thing which Maresca said, if they don't follow the way that I want to play, they're off. And I'm not sure whether he was just saying that for the cameras. I remember he said that I think when we were talking about, I think it was Enzo Fernandez playing the ball long or something like that. If they play the ball long, or the goalkeeper as well, he said that about them. But sometimes And that comes with experience as well. Sometimes players need to be able to find their own solutions on the pitch when things are not going our way. Because otherwise we're going to be faced with the same questions week in, week out. And teams are going to be able to play against us easily. They're going to be able to suss us out easily. And we'll be sitting there every single week and scratching our heads and wondering why we can't beat teams who come with a 5 at the back formation. So he's still a young manager. He's still learning on the job. I hope that this is an experience that he can learn from and he can prepare the players for all different scenarios, because I want somebody who can think out of the box. You know, managers who've got more than one way of playing. Managers who allow players to give the players that freedom so they can find their own solutions sometimes without being punished for it. So that's the way that you can win games in this league. So for me, he needs to adapt a little bit and stop being so rigid with his tactics. I'm not calling for him to get sacked. That's not my style. I never do that with managers, but I want to just be critical of him and how we can improve. And there's some of our fan base who don't help as well. They're so protective of the manager. He can do no wrong. And you make a comment and they're at you. You know, similar to what happened with Sarri. They're at you. They're on your case all the time. It's not a slight on him. It's just me wanting to see him do better, me wanting to see the club do better, and this is my opinion. My opinion is my opinion. You know, I may be wrong in something because I'm not a manager, but you know, I still think that we need to be better prepared for the games. So what do you think? Am I talking nonsense, or do you agree with what I'm saying with the manager? Are you quite alarmed by the statement that he made in this press conference? And do you think that he can change? Let me know in the comment section below. And guys, hopefully we get a big result against Wolves today in the Carabao Cup. I'm hoping to see a little bit better football, because let's be honest, the football hasn't been great, especially first halves of matches. We haven't been set up correctly. We've sometimes corrected it in the second half, but let's see how we get on. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications so you'll be notified whenever I make a new video. So take care, up the blues. See you later.